All right, so the Met Gala was last Monday. I'm just filming this now. My cat is meowing. I'm sorry. He's just gonna do that till my boyfriend gets home. Anyway, I meant to film this sooner, but I have had a sore throat. I still have a sore throat, but I gotta film it, otherwise it's just gonna be irrelevant. For anyone who doesn't know what the Met Gala is, I didn't know until a few years ago, but it is a charity event for the Metropolitan Museum of Art's Costume Institute. Not much is known about what actually goes on inside. They try to keep it really secret and exclusive, you're not allowed to use your phone or take selfies or anything, and you can get banned from being invited in the future if you do. But the big thing that people look at is the red carpet leading into the gala, see what everybody's wearing. Every year there is a different theme that usually coincides with the featured exhibit that the Met is showing that year. So this year it was super fine tailoring black style. And then they also have an accompanying dress code, and this year it was tailored for you. So keep that in mind as I show you these things. What this was focusing on was a celebration of the emergence of a defining black style, black dandyism, primarily black men. This was my first year watching the Met Gala, and I have to say I don't think I'm gonna do it again. I didn't get to see all the people going in. There were pictures that I saw on the internet that I didn't see that person at all. I thought that I'd get to see some interviews on why people chose what they wore, but they really only had a few, and I didn't get a lot out of them. So mostly it's just you're watching celebrities walk out and you're hearing photographers yelling at them to look over here, over your left shoulder, over your right shoulder. It isn't that exciting. If I weren't doing it for research for this video, I would have been very bored, but because I was occupied with typing up names, looking up notes. The other thing is that they don't have the celebrity's name underneath them on the screen, so I don't know who these people are. I'm not in the know, for one thing, and some of them aren't really well-known celebrities. I was Googling the whole time to try and get good pictures and find out who they were. You may as well just look through the galleries that get posted of the best and worst dressed, because watching it is not nearly as fun, in my opinion. Anyway, for the most part, what I was looking forward to here was the men, because whenever you see a red carpet event, you always see the men just have a black suit, and it's boring. And I get bored looking at them. I feel like they probably just wear the same black suit to every event and get away with not having to get a new outfit every time. Not fair. Okay. Women get called out for that. And there were a lot of men who rose to this occasion, but overall I want to say that I did not think that there were nearly enough hats and canes. Every man and honestly, every woman should have had hats and canes. This was your opportunity. Hats and canes. There's also this weird trend I noticed that I'm not a fan of. I actually saw this before the Met Gala in a video picking on it, so I know I'm not the only one that's not a fan of it. But there's this look that just looks like you're tying on clothes rather than wearing them. Emma Chamberlain, Rihanna, Suki Waterhouse, they all had this kind of look, and I'm not into it. But I do want to go over some of the looks that I saw that I wanted to say something about. So we got our best, our worst, our good, but, this one thing, and maybe I just don't get it. For some of the looks that they weren't necessarily bad, but I need some backstory. I need to know what that was all about. Why was that choice made? So let's start with the best. One of the red carpet hostesses, Tiana Taylor, had no business looking as good as she did. She is supposed to be interviewing the people, and she was looking better than most of them. She understood the assignment, and she showed up That was what I was expecting. So she set the bar really high since she was the first person I saw. And after that, I just kind of felt like other looks fell a little short. Keke Palmer, I love the overdress with the pants. If you haven't realized that by the fact that... That's good, Bennett. Shh. If you haven't realized by the fact that I keep making that kind of thing. Gayle King. Okay, I saw this. I saw this on a Worst Dressed. Are they kidding me? I love this. Hard disagree. Like, I know it is a matter of opinion, but you're wrong. I thought this looked great. Jodie Turner-Smith, now her hat looks a little cartoonish, but I like how she has it tilted to the side. Again, I love the dress over top of the pants look, but I also love like the snakeskin leather kind of material going on there. I apologize in advance if I mispronounce anybody's name, because I don't know these people. And this is Ugbad. Did I say that right? Ugbad. They are just so classy and refined. This outfit says, I'm richer than you, and I want you to know it. And I feel like that was a big part of the Black dandyism, was for Black men to show off the fact that they were also successful, and they weren't going to stay down in the depths where they were put, and they were going to let the world know it. Hey, I have class. Upper class. Wendy Murdoch, I really like, and I saw this on a few different people, I really like all of the buttons. It's kind of Victorian. Buttons were kind of a show of class as well, because they weren't cheap. And so if you had a lot of them, you were just kind of showing off the fact that you could afford it. Confused on her shoes, though. I didn't notice them when I first saw her. And later, when I saw the picture of her going up the steps, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about them. Not badly enough to put her in the good butt list, but still a little confused. I included Al Sharpton on here because there were a lot of men that I was disappointed in because they still just wore a black suit. I feel like white men can kind of get a pass on this one because maybe they felt like it wasn't their place, that maybe they should step back a little bit, let the men of color kind of shine, it's their night, and be present to celebrate, but let them have their moment. However, there were plenty of black men that just showed up in a black suit as well. So I included Al Sharpton in the best dressed list, not because anything was particularly notable about his suit, but if you look at just the addition of the sleeves, it just adds a little bit more. All those other guys could have done that, and I would have been happy, but they didn't. That is such a simple thing. Such a simple thing. Jeff Goldblum was there. I put him on the best list, but not because anything he did was particularly amazing. Mostly he just dressed the way I imagine him to always dress in public. I imagine he is probably the type of person that goes to the grocery store in a fur-lined cape. Hi. Oof. But mostly when he was on the red carpet, and I could be wrong about this, maybe they were talking to somebody else, but the photographers were calling him Malcolm. I just thought that was really funny. I'm on the fence about this one. So KB LeMay, am I saying that right? I do like watches. So my first reaction was, I love this. And my second reaction was, do I? It's definitely on theme. It's definitely on theme. The watch business aside, it's very classy, just an all-around good outfit. With the watches, I don't know. I still don't know how I feel about it. I either love it or hate it. There's no in between. Another one I'm kind of on the fence about. I guess not on the fence, but Jordan Roth, this is probably the weirdest outfit I've ever loved, and I think it is 100% their height. Nothing to do with the actual outfit, because I feel like on a shorter person, I wouldn't like this. And I don't know if they're that tall. I don't even know who this is. I don't know if they're that tall or they have, like, shoes. But the slim, tall figure with this outfit, I think the hat's really cool. This is not my thing, but I thought it looked really cool. Another thing you see at the Met Gala sometimes is, because it's kind of a themed thing, people will wear costumes, and they aren't costumes in the sense that Okay, sometimes they're costumes in the sense that you put on a fursuit of a cat. But most of the time, it's just kind of like a costume that's still just a suit, you know what I mean? But there were 3 that I saw that were really cool, and I would have really liked to see the story behind this, but Janelle Monáe had like a suit within a suit, and they both looked really cool. And she was kind of putting on a persona as she was getting her picture taken, which made me think that this was meant to represent something, but I don't know what it was. And I looked initially, I should probably look again, maybe it's out there somewhere. But I just thought it was really cool. It was a really cool idea, and I thought even, without the gimmicky part, just the suit itself looks really cool. And there was also Andre 3000. He was carrying a piano on his back and had a garbage bag full of things. And what I like about this is it kind of is reminiscent of the musician's struggle. I liked that this was a statement piece, and it was a statement that I feel like people knew what he was going for, and people knew the idea behind it. I liked that a lot. And then for my favorite kind of gimmicky piece that I gotta say I don't really understand, Damson Idris came out in like a race car suit, and that actually transformed into the suit that he wore for the gala. And the suit itself inside the race suit was very nice. I liked that a lot too. But the quick change aspect of it made it really cool. And I saved my bests for last. So with Damson Idris, because he was one of my favorites, we're going to go right into Laura Harrier. I love the big billowy sleeves, the big billowy legs. If the bodice part didn't look the way that it did, I probably would say that it doesn't really go with the theme because it's not tailored at all. But because it does, it just love it. This is an outfit that I would wear if I had it. I don't know where to, but I would. And then the first person that I saw that I loved their outfit, I could not find him online at all. It took so long, and they didn't even show him very much when he was on it's a blue carpet, but you know what I mean. And that was Jeremy O. Harris wearing this 1700s kind of aristocratic outfit. Very Hamilton. I love it. That's what I was expecting. I was expecting men in tailored suits from all throughout history, and I loved this. And that was my first favorite. Zendaya, of course, showed up, because she does. Even though her outfit's very simple, I loved it. I love the cut of the pants. I love the hat. I love how it fits her. She looks right wearing it, walking in it, posing in it. So fits the tailored for you idea because it fits her. I don't know about personality-wise. I've never actually met Zendaya. I know that comes as a surprise to all of you, but our schedules conflict. What can I say? We're both very busy people. But I included her as one of my favorites because even though it was simple, she just nailed it. And then my absolute favorite, and I don't know why more people are not talking about this one, Jennie from Blackpink. She, again, the dress over the pants, but the black, the pearls, the hat, everything about this is what I wanted to see. This is the perfect dress, and I hope that if I had been invited to the Met Gala, I would have worn that dress. But not if she was also wearing that dress. Moving on to the good butt section. These are ones that I really wanted to like, but there was just one thing that got me. Starting with Tramel Tillman. I liked this, and that's what I was hoping for from the men, but the pants lose me. They just seem to break up the scheme somehow. His legs look detached from the rest of his body, so something about it is just not liking. I'm not liking. I don't know why I said it like that. Zoe Saldana, something about it is giving flight attendant. Again, I love the buttons. I love sleeves like that where it's got the little thumb hole. I like the white and black color scheme, the collars. I like everything about it, but something about the vest portion just reminds me of a flight attendant. Can't help it. Megan, how do you say it? Megan Thee Stallion? Thee Stallion? T Stallion? Anyway, Megan. The dress itself wasn't overwhelming. Personally, I'm not a fan of boob overflow because it looks like it doesn't fit, in my opinion. Especially for a theme like Tailored for You, you expect the clothes to fit, and this makes it look like they don't. But I love the hair. Like, I got a few pictures of this because I thought her hair looked freaking awesome. Bad Bunny, that bag is giving bowling alley. Dochi? Dochi? I don't know. I love this concept, but the shorts are throwing it off. I love everything else about this look. The shoes, the hair, the cigar, the tie, the top. I hate the shorts. Doja Cat, she was going for a gangster look, and I feel like she captured that perfectly. It looks like she is the husband and wife meshed into one of like a gangster married couple. I think she achieved what she was going for perfectly. It's just not really my thing. That's why she ended up on this list. Nick Jonas, I hate to do this. I hate to say it like this, but my first thought when I saw him was it's like a 1700s look. And I know I praised it for Jeremy O. Harris, but on Nick, it kind of looks like he's a colonizer. And that's all I can think of. Just doesn't read as well for this theme in particular as a white man. Alicia Keys, I love her suit. I love the style. I love the color. It looks like she brought a comforter with her. And this appears to be a trend. I can take or leave the hair. Love the suit though. Lizzo, I feel like, I don't know if she dyed her hair for this, but I feel like she shouldn't have gone blonde. I don't know what it is about it. It just kind of like throws it off somehow. I think that her hair would have complemented the outfit better if it were a different color. Angela Bassett, it's the hat. Needs a brim. Mona Patel, why is she carrying a dog bag? And Monica Barbaro? Again, this looks like the Dior New Look dress. Is there something I didn't know? Why are we doing an homage to Christian Dior? Am I missing something? I tried Googling it, but I found no connection. It wasn't a new look then, though, and it's certainly not a new look now. Moving on to the worst. Unpopular opinion. I did not like Sabrina Carpenter's outfit. And it's not for the reason that other people didn't like her outfit. Again, I just feel like her outfit was giving flight attendant. Like, I didn't get black dandy out of that. I didn't get classy out of that. Classy flight attendant, sure. But it just didn't seem right. I'm not concerned about modesty. Certainly people have worn worse at the Met Gala. The other one that I had a hard time finding the picture online for, I'm gonna murder this name, I apologize. Daya Jatia? I'll put the name on the screen. I could not find a picture of this, and all I had was my phone picture of my TV screen for a while, and I thought, man, I hope I don't have to show this. The whatever you want to call it that she has on her back looks so weird. But she is also wearing a little flight attendant hat. What's with that? Why is that a thing? But I don't know what's going on with her outfit at all. It's so bizarre and it looks so bad. Charlie Casely Hayford, on top of the fact that his suit is very clearly not tailored, is he wearing clogs? Joe Burrow? Sneakers? Really? Saquon Barkley, you are one of the ones I was talking about. You are wasting it. This was your moment. Could have worn any suit. You wear that. Janitza Bravo? I don't know what's going on, but I know there's too much of it. Savannah James. I saw this on somebody else's best. I don't know why. I think it speaks for itself. And the bottom of it looks like they ran out of fabric and had to piece it together. They pattern matched, so there's that. Tracy Ellis Ross? I don't think I have to say anything here. It does make me want a marshmallow, though. Miley Cyrus, I mean, overall, I'm just not loving the outfit, but mostly because the whole thing was tailored for you, and it looks like it doesn't fit. It looks like it's pulling up more than it should. And it might not be. It's probably just the design of it, but it looks like it is, which is bothering me, especially because of the theme. Colby McGraby, which kind of looks like her paper sailboat is headed for a storm drain. Leah Faye Cooper. I feel like I know where this was going, but it didn't quite close the deal. But also, it kind of looks like she didn't finish getting ready before she left. So, I don't know. Not digging it. Jeremy Pope. Looks like a mannequin. Rosalia. Apparently, the designer was trying to make her look like a mannequin and succeeded. Cole Escola. Now, I was expecting for these outfits to be loud. They've definitely got that down. But, maybe turn the volume down a little bit. Yeah. Just... Natasha Poonawalla. A lot going on there. Not just in patterns, but also styles. We got all sorts of eras going on here. It's like a find it game. The longer you stare, the more you can find. Is that a horse? It is a horse! Jill Kargman? I don't know who that is, but I do feel like she's headed to a funeral that she potentially was the cause of. Walton Goggins. It looks like he ran out of the designer's office before they finished the outfit. And I mean that sincerely. Like, they have it basted together. It's just, I don't know. I guess it's a nod to the tailor aspect of it, but it looks like garbage. Vera Wang, a designer I actually know, whose wedding dresses were highly coveted by everybody in the world, shows up looking like a feather duster. And apparently isn't alone, because FKA Twigs also had a feather duster vibe going on, although it looks like for her she ran out and used some human hair. Claro I have on here, it's just underwhelming for the most part. Not tailored at all. It looks like it's the wrong size in multiple different ways even. Mostly she's here because of the cat. What's with the cat? Nicole Phelps? Is she dressed as a crow? Is that what that is? Does that have a meaning? Would you like to share what you're going for here? Please? Tessa Thompson? If the Dior New Look dress was designed by Dr. Seuss, there you go. This is what Tessa Thompson wore. Danielle Deadweiler, another one where it looks like her dress is either falling apart or wasn't finished before she had to run out the door and make it to the gala. Jordan Castile. It's supposed to be tailored for you, not a blanket that you wrapped around you and put a belt on. And then I threw a couple in here that are exactly what I expected, but they still made me laugh, and that is Alton Mason and Edvin Thompson. Over the top, but at the end of the day, it's on theme. I do like Edvin's hat. I just think the flower's a bit much. And last, maybe I just don't get it. These are for the people whose outfits, maybe they aren't bad. Maybe they're trying to say something and I just don't get it. Starting with Pusha T, who looks like he has a bad case of dandruff. But he isn't the only one, because Dee Oklepo Hilfiger looks like she is gathering dandruff around her midriff. Midruff. There's a pun in there, I just don't know what it is. Either way, both of these look weird without some kind of explanation. It looks like they're dirty. Venus Williams, I didn't get it at first. I think that what they're going for here is it's a tennis outfit. She's a tennis player. Haha, I know who that one is. And that I get for the tailored for you kind of aspect of it. But there's also like an alligator theme going on, and her designer has an alligator like on her. Huh. Maya Hawke, I've seen this on a lot of worst lists. It just doesn't go with the theme at all. And again, it might go with the tailored for you style. I don't know Maya Hawke, so I don't know. Maybe she's ethereal. But this requires an explanation. It's a fairy tale at like a Gatsby party. Doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna say this wrong. Radhika Jones looks like she is hiding 3 raccoons in an overcoat. Pam Anderson, who I did not recognize at all. So she can't be going for the black dandyism, but unless she has drastically changed her style over the years, this doesn't look tailored for her either. And maybe she did. Maybe she's presenting a new Pam Anderson, and explanation might change my mind. The dress itself isn't bad. It's cute. Joey King. If there isn't a story behind this, wow. That's certainly creative, that's for sure. I should know how to say this name, and I don't. Barry Keoghan? Is it Keegan? Keoghan? I don't know. Anyway, I think this would make more sense if I felt he was from a culture that matched this style, but I don't think he is. Maybe he is, and maybe I'm wrong, but it just seems out of place, and I'm not sure what the story is. I'm not sure what's going on there. I gotta stop saying I don't know what the story is. That's the whole point of this section. I don't need to keep repeating it. So then we get Lord, and other people were saying how much they liked this. It looks like her chest is censored. Shibuzi, Ken, like, I feel like this one has to have a story. I feel like I need to talk to the designer on this one. I think there's something there, and I feel like I can almost grasp it, but, I don't know. Like a French African sailor. Sha'Carri Richardson, this dress is ugly. I don't know why I didn't just put this in the worst. Maybe it was, and I moved it. The dress is ugly, I don't like the clashing colors, and it doesn't make any sense to the theme. Yeah, she fails on all fronts. Shakira, the gloves make sense to me. Jessica Kale, again, I don't know anything about her. Maybe this is her. Maybe this perfectly suits her. Otherwise, it just seems a little over the top in a different direction than the main theme. Future, who couldn't be bothered to get dressed up, so he just put a tie underneath his jogging suit. Jenna Ortega. I'm not a fan of it anyway, but it just definitely doesn't seem to fit the theme. And that is all I got for you. I say all I got for you. This video is probably going to be way too long. I'm going to have to do so much editing. Hopefully I'll get this out this weekend so it'll still be relevant. Let me know down in the comments what your favorites were. Best, worst, good but, maybe you just don't get it. Maybe you get some of the ones I didn't get. Tell me down there. I also just started a subreddit for the channel, so if you are a Redditor, you can find the Sparkle and Fade subreddit. It isn't exclusively for the channel. I kind of wanted a place where people could share their aesthetic sewing projects in space that I had a little bit more control over than the larger sewing channels. So if you're interested, hop on over there, leave a post, start some conversations. I love hearing from you guys. And I hope to hear from you all again very soon. We'll see how videos come out, though. I am picking up a project that's, it's gonna take me a while, so we'll see what happens. Until next time.